welcome to Cat Stitch. It is December 31st, 2023. So I hope you guys all had a lovely Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever it is season. Happy holidays. I hope you all had a wonderful time with friends and family. And Monkey's going to keep on shaking the camera, just so you know. Okay. I don't know what Flosstube number we're up to, in all honesty. I'm sorry. Right, okay. So for those of you that are joining me for the first time, thank you very much for stopping on by. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And for those that are coming back, thanks very, very much for continuing to view and to come back and watch. Okay, so we'll get the downside out of the way first. As some of you may have seen, I lost Bobby at the start of December, the day after I filmed. Well, actually even that night he started getting very lethargic and wasn't doing too good, and the next day we went to the vets and they did blood work on him and things like that, and it wasn't a good result. So so that he wouldn't suffer, I had to say goodbye to him, and I've just brought him home today, his ashes. I was finally able to get the bill paid. I'd hoped to get it done for Christmas, but I've got it done now, so he's home now, and it's really good. Monkey misses him a lot. For weeks he wouldn't go near Bobby's bed, the one that they shared. So I was starting to think I'm going to have to get Monkey a bed for Christmas. But then, I think it was a few days before Christmas, he curled up in his normal spot in the bed that they shared. And he's been cuddling his toys, Bobby's toys and things like that. So, you know, Monkey misses him too. Monkey's pretty much been glued to the hip. Everywhere I go, Monkey is following me. Which has helped a lot. So, okay, I'm just going to take a break just a second. Okay, so I'm back. Right, so what is today? Today, it's there's going to be a WIP parade of ones that I'm taking into next year. Fortunately, it's not going to be very many because I've only got 13 WIPs. Oh, I know. So I'm going to start off with my finishes. I've got some FFOs. Just a couple, and then we'll just go through the WIPs. Some I worked on this month, but I'm just going to show you where we're at to take into next year. Okay, so there's one I haven't ironed because I forgot about it. I forgot I'd finished it. So it's a finish, and it's one that I started last year. It's by Luba Davies Atelier, and sorry about the light too, by the way, but it's the All Hearts Come Home. Oh yeah, we need a back on this one. Where's my, okay, I'm just going to use this. Here we go. This'll do. That's better. Okay, so the one that I haven't ironed, All Hearts Come Home at Christmas by Luba Davies Atelier. It's stitched on an opal 14 count, and it's from Jodie Ree Fabrics. Unfortunately, Jodie Ree has finished now. She closed up this year at the end, Christmas, which is sad because her fabrics are gorgeous, but she's gone on to bigger and better things, so I wish her all the luck in the world. So that's All Hearts Come Home at Christmas. So that one was supposed to be finished last Christmas, and it was supposed to be finished for this Christmas. I did finish it just a couple of days before Christmas, so it was too late to send, but that's okay. Now this one, I don't know if I've shown it before, but I found it when I was going through my bags to organise my WIPs and to see which bags I've got available to put new kit, kit up some new projects to go into for next year. It's by That's So Kelly. It's a freebie. And Always Be Kind. and it's just stitched on a piece of 14 count opal. It's got the gold flecks in it. So there's that one. And then started on the 1st of January this year for Teresa Made Me Do It sale is Miss Spider. Now this is where I was at the start of the month. All I had to do were the wings and add all the beads. And there we go, she's all done. And she's stitched on 14 count DMC. It's like a it's a painted one of the ones that they did, and it's the mint one. So there we go. So she's got all her beads and everything done on her. I was so happy to have her done. So that's her. And then I think I've already shown this, Bloomin' Tiny Town. I think I finished that earlier in the year, so you would have already seen that one. But I finished Honey of a Tiny Town. Oh, you've seen it all. There we go. Now you notice I haven't done the bees or the, sewn on the little buttons and stuff. The little buttons, I don't have any needles small enough to put the dang things on. So I am going to add, I've got little bee charms that are small enough to go on this, so I'm going to add those. And this is done on an 18 count Prehistoric by Fox and Rabbit, same as the other one. And I've got Heart of a Big Hearted Tiny Town, which is the Valentine one. Yes, I've got that to do next. So that's next on my list. Okay, so this is also a finish and an FFO, which is Coffee House. This is by Erin Elizabeth, and I had it's a 3-part board, and I meant to grab my other one that I've got that I haven't used. So there's actually 3 that are attached, and I dismantled and just used this one. I covered it in some fabric, so coffee looking fabric sort of thing. And yes, I've got that one. So that one's now fully finished. And then, okay, so do it this way. So this was another WIP finish. This is a Trick or Treat by Needle Bling Designs. I was only going to do one of the witches, not 2. So that's her done. And then I decided, because I was going to use the boards, the other 2 of the 3 boards, I decided to reset how the word Trick or Treat was in the chart and stitch that as another one. So that's a saff. And then fully finished. And I've got little boo pumpkins and a little cat. I just used some spider web fabric, some orange ribbon. So there we go. I wasn't sure if it would work, and it was a sod to thread the beads, can I just say, with the ribbon. But I managed to get it done with a bit of cursing. So there we go. So that's my other fully finish. Oh, I did have, got it in front of me, I did have another WIP finish. I did have one. It is Wizard of Oz Tree by Tiny Modernist. There we go. Isn't that cool? So there we go. So I can get to come up. There we are. Now in December I actually did that and that because I was slack and didn't do it in November. But I was really happy with that. Love it. I'm thinking of doing the Nutcracker one, because I've got the Nutcracker one, so I'm contemplating, but it's quite big. Okay, I think that's all the WIPs. I mean, all the finishes, I think. Right, So on to the WIPs. I had hoped to be able to have the cover to hold up laminated, because I've got it semi-printed. I've just got it, you know, just a small version of it, just A5 size. I think it's A5, maybe it's A6, just so I could show you what the design looks like, but I can't find my laminator. I know, go figure. So this is a new start. It is by Witch's Garden Crafts. It's her new Hedge Witch temperature cell. So I've just started. It's just a bookcase part. I'm stitching it on Fox and Rabbit Tornado 18 count, and I'm using Threadworks. What am I using? I haven't got all the colours for the temps yet, because I sort of figure I'm only going to stitch on it on sad days. So 10371. So on sad days I'm going to do the whole week's worth of temperatures. So I'm looking forward to doing that. It's a free sale. It's a free temperature chart that you can get on the Witch's Garden Crafts Facebook channel. You can find her also on Instagram. So Witch's Garden Crafts. I'm actually really looking forward to doing that one. So that's going to stay aside so I can carry on working on the frame. What's this one? Got them all over the place at the moment. Oh, okay. So this is another sale that I'm hosting. The Halloween Hamlet by Carolyn Manning. And I'm a little behind because I got caught up doing those other ones to finish. And it's been a hard month for stitching, so yeah, not a lot of stitching's been done this month, well, compared. And oops, I want to know, monkey, what have we done with my I knew I shouldn't have cleaned up. So there we are. So I've started on the last house, and I've also started on adding into the road. And I definitely think I'm going to work on like a bit of the road and a house each time, because that road is really boring. I hate doing fill-in. So that's one for next year. And they're all fluffy because they've been sitting out. Okay, this one I was hoping to finish, but I didn't get round to it. I was, you know, working on the other ones. I do have another start and finish. What have I done with that one? Oh, it's in with a WIP, that's why. Okay, so I'm going to grab this back. There we go. So the Tudor Ermine. This is by the Blue Flower. Now none of these are ironed, okay, just saying. Because these are, you know. So there we go. So I did nearly get that corner finished. Yeah. So I've got that last corner. There's supposed to be lots of white in here, and I'm not happy with the white, so I'm contemplating what other colour I'm going to use. Because as you can see, the white on the ermine doesn't really show up wonderfully well, so I'm going to be back stitching around the ermine, but I don't want ghosty things sort of here and here and stuff like that, so I'm contemplating. But that's the finish for next year. This one, oh no, that's going to be a new start. Okay, I'll put that down there. I have a feeling this is as well. Oh no, here we go. So Lola Crow had a sort of a spooky Christmas stitch along, these are the sort of things here. I'll do a little collage of them. So these are this year's ones, and then these were the 4 the set of 4 that I bought from last year. So I ended up starting one of each of the 2, and the only reason I finished the one from last year, was it Bones and Skull and Bones or something like that? Snow and Bones? I think it's Snow and Bones. The only reason I did that was because of how many finishes I've done this year, but I'll talk about that later. So here's my start and finish. I am going to stitch all of them on this piece of fabric because they'll all fit. And then this is the WIP for the Headless Horseman, which I'm going to carry into New Year. 18 count Elephant Run, which I think was the called for colour. Sorry, I was out in the rain, and yeah, so my hair's gone all winky. Okay. Next is my spider. It's been stitched on Silk Weaver's 14 count fabric using Etoile thread, black and grey so far. The design is by Luba Davies Atelier, and I think it's called Come to Decorate or something like that. I'll put it down the bottom. That's that one. And then out of the dust, I've pulled it back out, is Alice by Ori TM. And this is where I'm up to at the moment. There we go, try and get it right. This is again on a piece of Fox and Rabbit. I'm not sure which one it is. But there we go, that's where I'm up to at the moment. So I haven't really gotten very far. But that's okay. It's pulled out for next year. So it seems every year it's nice to do an Alice. Because this year was all about the Wizard of Oz tree. Next year's going to be Alice. Okay, next up, I've got this one. So there we go. So Wellington by Awesome Pattern Studio. Again, another one I was supposed to finish this year. But there we go. But I'm getting there. It is pretty much a full coverage. So that's where I'm up to so far. So it's not too bad. And we will talk results later. Next up, we have got, now this is by Shakespeare's Peddler. It's called Two for Julia. I'm doing, of course, the house. A very small start on the house, but which is the right way? Yes, that way. There we go. So I've got to start on her, and oops, so you'll see that it's up there. So small start, but it started, so I'll keep working on that. And it's been stitched on a piece of 18 count vintage sand, using most of the called for colours on that one. Next up we have got Strawberry Season. This is by Yasmin's Made with Love. And again, another one I should have been able to finish this month, but like I said, I really haven't done a lot of stitching. Yeah, so that's where we're up to. And it's been stitched on a piece of tan, 14 count, and it was from Mystic Fabrics. It's a no-name one. So there's that one. What are we up to? And then another one I'd hope to be further on, by Rebel Stitcher, Happily Ever After. But you know, squirrels. There we are. Now all of these are hopefully going to be, you know, are planned finishes for 2024. I'm hoping to have all of them done next year. We'll see. Because I do have a lot of other starts and stuff as well. Okay, another one I should have been able to finish, I just didn't. Olga's Tart by Plum Street Sampler. It was finishable, but I just, nope. 2 more, is it? No, 3 more. Oh, there's another couple of FFOs. This one is I Am the Colour. Again, I wanted to be so much further ahead on this one. I wanted to be at least a halfway point. So I Am the Colour by Quaternion Creations. It's been stitched on 20 count that I dyed. So, and I've yet to frog the words so I can restitch them in the better colour. There we go. Oop, don't put that over there. Okay. This one. Oh. I can't remember the name of the designer. It's called Wood Witch, and it's one that I'm doing with Zeb from the New Zealand cross stitch page, and we're doing it as a sale. So if you want to join in, it's called the Wood Witch sale. This is what the design looks like, and we're stitching it on this on the first sad day of every first sad day or second sad day, one of the sad days of every month. I'll put down there. It's going to be more editing than I planned. Because Bobby was sick, and so he was sort of distracting me, and I wanted to look after him. I didn't really get a great start, and I was, you know, had a bit of a bad day. But there's my little small start. So I'm stitching it on 18 count Tibucina by Fox and Rabbit, and I'm using, so I've got that, and I'm using, here's my thread, it is Weeks Dye Works as the thread I'm using, and the colour, I can get into the other bag, hang on a second, and I'm using the wrong glasses, hang on. Okay, and it's Mulberry. So I'm using Mulberry on Tibucina, and that's, there we go, that's the right way around, and that's my start. So if you want to join in, please do. I will try and remember to have a link for the chart down below. And then the last WIP is Leader Studios Nevermore. I'm just doing the centre part. Didn't get much further than I had last time, but there we go. There we are. So those are my WIPs. That's it. Those are all my WIPs. I do have another couple of FFOs. This one I'm going to have to readjust, because when I put it on the paper, I kind of put it right in the middle. So I'm just going to have to trim it and get it to fit better. But this is the Gathering Berries. So what I did, I cut it out, I stuck it onto the piece of paper, and then put the paper in. One of the easiest framing jobs I think I've ever done. Oh, it's that way around, cat. Here we go. Now it looks more right. So there we are. So Gathering Berries, that's by Luminous Fibre Arts. And then the last one, now this was actually a finish in November, and I think I forgot to show it because I had it hanging over there ready to fully finish. And it was Maple Leaf Maze by Tempting Tangles Designs, and I got it finished and framed. So that's going to go in my dad's corner. So I've got to start, I'm going to be doing some more Canadian themed stitching and stuff this year to make a proper little display for Dad. So that's all the stitchy stuff. Oh, I do have another. I have done it. Okay, so I've started. I haven't decorated it or anything like that. But I have started my scrapbook. It's all going to be about Halloween. This was a scrap that I had off another one that I was dismantling, and so I saved that and just put it on card. So what I'm going to do is on each, I'm going to give them each a page, and I'm going to write their information on. But oops. So I've got little stickers to be able to write their names on and stuff and info. I don't have a lot of stickers, so you know, I mean I do, but I don't know if they're right for these sorts of things. See, I'm using a couple. Hey baby, yeah. So information about them is going to be on the other page, you see, so the facing page, or just some decoration. I was trying something different. And then we go to the back, to the Homespun Elegance area. So these are all Homespun Elegance. So I don't know if I'm going to like decorate. I'm sort of two minds as to whether I'm going to do that. I mean, I will put something in there on the other page, but I haven't decided what yet. So I suppose I can regard these all as FFOs because they're done, they're mounted, they're in the book, and FFO for now, FFN, finished for now. I think that's all. No, one more. Is that all of them? Yep. So, it's my first attempt at doing anything like this, so I'm happy about that. I also, now I started this on the 25th of April, oh no, on the 23rd of April on my granddad's birthday. It's not cross stitch, but it is crafty, and I started it in memory of my granddad because he was the one that taught me how to cross stitch, and hook rug I should say, and I actually finished it. So there we go. Yeah, I know, Monk. So there we are. So I'm very happy with that. I haven't quite decided. I think it is going to be a wall hanging, just to hang up on the wall. And then I'll just quickly show these. I've been making some pins. For no particular reason, I just wanted to make some, and I had all the bits. So that's them. Right, on to the last part, which is stitchy goodness. Okay, so I forgot to show some DMC threads from last time. It's from Stitch NZ. And I know that a lot of people don't like Temu, but I got me a witch, which is very cute. Did I show this last time? I don't know if I did, because I've got it in my little cubby to show. So, shown now. Very cool. I love these. Anything like this, love it. I want to figure out how to make it. And okay, which end? This end. Now this is supposed to be a Chinese puzzle box, and it took me freaking hours to work out how. But I'm going to put something in there of Bobby's, and that's going to go in the display with Bobby. If I can get it to go back together. Oh, there we go. What have I done? Destructo girl at it again. Okay, so it works. We'll figure that out later. Puzzle is getting it back together. And then I had also had an order with 123 Stitch, and that's arrived. So I got a couple of threads. So I got the wrong glasses on. Ribbon red, razzleberry, and pea pod. Now the reason I ordered those is because every time I've tried to order them in New Zealand, they're always sold out. So I thought, right, I'm going to get them so that next time I want to use them, I've got the dang things. So got them now. They'll be added into my stash. I also got Aileen's tacky pack. So I'm looking forward to finally, you know, getting good use out of the Aileen's glue. Yeah, that didn't go where it was supposed to. I got a few charts. So I got Trucking Along March, and I got this to do in my dad's one because his birthday was in March. So that's by the Stitching with the Housewives. Like that. I got More Than Yesterday by Romy's Creations, which I think is lovely. It says, more than yesterday, less than tomorrow. So I'm going to do that for my Valentine's section. Change where I put them because they fall off. Quirky Quaker by Delight, by Darling and Whimsy. Queen Bee for my B section. Also for my B section, Fairy Wool in the Wood, Queen Bee, which I think is lovely. I know I said I was only going to do one Alice this year, but I might have to slip this one in. It's Literary Alice by Bendy Stitchy, which I just think is so cool. Very cute. Quirky. Like it. And from Kua Ibetaku. Oh, I don't know. You know how to say it. And, oh, geez, wrong glasses. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and say what it is, but there's a couple of little Valentine gnomes. Aren't they cute? So that's part of my Valentine set. And then, because it's really hard, if not impossible, to get in New Zealand, I ordered some Picture This Plus. So we have got Woodland, 16 count. I've only got little pieces of each because a lot of my designs for this year are going to be small. So, hang on. Should have brought my other glasses in. Okay, so there we go. So it's, yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah. So it's Woodland, 16 count. Then I've got 16 count J, which I think is lovely. Look at that mottling, isn't that gorgeous? "18 count Barnwood." I wanted a brown, and this is lovely. It's actually a bit darker than what it's showing on the screen, but look at that, gorgeous. It's Barnwood. 18 count Confetti, which I think is really cute. I don't have a lot in the way of yellow. It's not really something that I tend to stitch on, but I'm thinking because I'll be doing some spring and bee themed ones, it'll be quite nice to use. Yeah, okay, nearly finished. This is Da Vinci 18 count, which I've had before and I love it, so I got another piece because I've used it. I'm thinking that one is going to be that Queen Bee the girl, would be lovely on it. This one is Mystic 18 count. Look at that colour, isn't that gorge? It's probably a bit more like the darker part down the bottom. Might have gotten 2 of that. And then Velt, B-E-L-D-T 18 count, which I really love this. I want to get more of this one. And yeah, I might have gotten 2 small pieces of that one. So that was from 123 Stitch. And then let me just move those over. There we go. For Christmas, my daughter and granddaughter gave me a couple of things, the centre box, which was really lovely because I had Christmas on my own, and which was a really hard one. But I got a surprise on the Saturday before Christmas, and it was a courier box from my daughter and my granddaughter, which was a big surprise because we haven't talked in over a year. So of course I was bawling my eyes out because I didn't know what was in the box, but I was just bawling my eyes out that my daughter thought of me. So but I got Witch's Rules, and it's on tin. She also sent some lovely creme brulee body wash. It smells so good. It's really yummy, eaty. Witching in the Kitchen, which I think is lovely. My daughter knows to get me witchy things. She got me a little black cat. The one thing I was grateful for is that she didn't put anything in there to represent Bobby, because that would have just been too hard. But she put the cat in for Monkey, and she also got Monkey something because it's Monkey, so he got some of his favourite kisses. Beeswax candles. Oh, can't reach. So I've got some healing stones. This key ring, which again made me cry. It said, it says on the tag, everything I am because of you. I love you. So I can put that on my keys now. And this is pretty much what made me cry. Says, a dog doesn't care if you are rich or poor. All he knows is that he loves you very much. A lucky little puppy to watch over you, bringing good luck and protection the whole day through. Carry him in your pocket or sit him in your room. You'll feel his love and happiness, and good luck will follow you. So that's yeah. Okay. Was that it? I think it was everything. Oh, there was some chocolate, but I ate that. Sorry, that was not going to wait for Flosstube. So there we go. That's my last Flosstube of the year, December update. In regards to plans, and I'm going to be stitching a lot of smalls next year. Now, I was planning on starting the Modern Folk Embroidery 2024 sale, which I've got. I had it all kitted up, fabric, thread. I've seen another thread that I really like, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to have to get that thread. I mean, if I don't use it for this, then I'll use it for something else, because it's beautiful thread. It's a Silks for You. So I'm holding off on starting that. So that'll be a late start, but that's okay. I'm not planning on a this year finish for it. It's going to get finished when it gets finished. As time flies, you know. So that's one change already. I'm still going to be starting Puntini travelling to commemorate my 20 years since I was overseas. I have got a small sampler, I know, that I'm going to start tomorrow and on the 1st, and have it finished by the end of the month to hopefully bring me good luck, because this year sucked. I am now officially not employed as of the 15th, which is fine. You know, it's sort of like, oh, there's my board. Sorry, distracted. Yeah, so it's all about healing and that sort of thing. So that's what my focus is for 2024 is healing, which I think might be my word of the year. I've never had a word of the year, but we might give that one a go. Healing. And that's healing everything and anything, you know, healing relationships, healing yourself. You know, the world sucks, really, with all the things that are going on. I don't watch the news. I don't want to see it. I don't want that negativity. I know it's there. I'm not an idiot, you know. You know, you hear about it, even when you don't watch those sorts of things and stuff like that. And I know I watch a lot of true crime. I know, it's like my big thing. But you know, speaking of watching, I want to do a couple of shout outs. So there's One Bit Hollow, big shout out and hello, and I'm in awe of what she stitches and does, and she does these gorgeous diamond painting things, and I've got this little small one to give a go. We don't know. Who else? Daybreak Stitcher, big hello, and if you haven't started watching her, please go do. You know, she's new-ish. I think she's got 6, maybe 7. Then there's Lisa, oh, it's not Lost in Stitches. If you haven't watched her, please go and support her, send her all your love and your healing wishes and energies as she battles. And you know, can I just say, she rocks a scarf, man. I tried wearing one of those when I had my hair all shaved off, and I just couldn't do it. It's way too hot. but she rocked it. Looks good. I didn't watch any Flossmas this year except for one. There was one that I watched, and it was Mad Morty and the Brom. And I've got a couple more because I thought they were only going to go to the 25th. They're still going. I think they're going to do the whole ready month. So yeah, so I've got to go and catch up on those. I you know, I just love them. I love watching them. They make me giggle. Morty's facial expressions have me cracking up quite a lot. Especially when Brom's there and he gets up to mischief. So it's so worth watching. But yeah, that was the only Flossmas I watched this month. I didn't watch any of the others. It was like, nope, I'm only going to watch one, and it's going to be Mad Morty. So I was very happy about that. I also watched Janet Jabber. Love watching her. Bendy Stitchy, Michelle. Absolutely love watching her. Stitching by the Shore, which is Laura. Now, she does a lot of the ATC, and if you're in New Zealand, on our New Zealand Facebook page, we're going to do a little exchange within New Zealand in March. So I've joined into that, so I'll be stitching up a little design or two and stuff like that, and have a play to see what I can do on those. Steadfast Stitcher, Beth, she made her 60 starts for turning 60. So congratulations, Beth, if you're watching. Wonderful job. Now you've got to finish them all. So good luck. I'm sure she's going to still start the odd one or two, because but she's got some beautiful designs in those 60. One of them I've done. Actually, I think I've done a couple, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So Steadfast Stitcher, go and watch. Of course, this Laura and the Serial Starter. Of course, watch them, caught up with them. The Virginia Stitcher, another one that's lovely to watch. I love the long ones. I've got to admit, I do love long ones, because I can just sort of sit there and listen and watch, and that sort of thing. And I was in a Kiwi World, caught up with hers. Narissa, what's your channel, Narissa? Oh, bollocks. Oh, we did the exchange. Did I show that last time? No, kind of. I've got it hanging on the tree, that's why. I'll put a photo here. In the Christmas gift, Christmas ornament exchange, I was lucky enough to get Narissa, which she was sending to me, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I've got it hanging up at the moment, and some other little bits and pieces. So I'll show you that. I forgot to keep them with this lot, because I've been starting to sort of organise and stuff like that. And Monkey's going to knock that over, so I'm just going to put my foot on it. Come on. Yeah. They don't need to see your rear end. Yeah. So here's Monkey. You're going to duck down now. Okay. Who else? Who else has jumped out at me this month? I mean, the Lancashire Stitcher. Yeah. Rebel Stitcher. Oh, sorry, get you back on track now. Colleen, unfortunately, lost Elvis, which was absolutely, heartbreaking, because I'd just lost Bobby when I saw that episode, and so yeah, so it was a hard one. It was Running with Scissors, Jane and Julie, which honestly, those two have me laughing every time I watch them. I just get so much joy watching them, and the beautiful stitching that they do, and that sort of thing. And then Linen and Scraps is the other one that I, again, get a lot of pleasure out of. There's always giggles when watching, and that sort of thing. So if you're not subscribed to any of those, get your, pull your finger out, go over and check them out, and if you like what you see, subscribe. I do have a very eclectic taste, admittedly. You know, I mean, yeah, I stitch a lot of Halloween stuff, but I don't watch a lot of Halloween stitches. Mad Morty and the Brom are pretty much the main ones. Oh, Cam the Stitcher and Chloe SW, I think, are other ones that do a lot of that. Oh, and okay, I'm visualizing. I can see her. She's another Aussie. Oh, it's going to bug me now. I knew I should have written stuff down. Love watching her. She does some really lovely work as well. And she's very calming to talk, you know, to listen. I was going to say to talk to, but to listen to. So, yeah. So, okay. So that's it from me for 2023. I think I'm going to stick to doing this, you know, the once a month thing. And it's definitely a lot less stressful. My room looks like an absolute bomb's gone off in it, admittedly, but it's right. I've got next year to clean it up. So from me and Monkey, and I also just want to thank everyone for their wonderful, kind messages that they wrote on Bobby's memorial vid. Very much appreciated. He knows I'm getting upset, so he's just distracting me. Very, very much appreciated, and that sort of thing. So thank you very much. So thank you all for spending this year with me, and your comments and your DMs. You can find me on Instagram as well under Cat Stitch. What are you doing? And you know, I look forward to 2024. You know, here's hoping, you know, people wake up and realise that wars are useless and a waste of time. Mass shootings are just an abysmal waste of energy and destruction. You know, if you don't want to live anymore, then, not that I want anyone to do away with themselves, but if you're planning on taking yourself out, just take yourself out. Don't take everybody else out with you. That's not good. But preferably go and seek help. So yeah, so from me and Monkey, I want to wish all of you a very happy, safe and healthy new year. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. And don't forget, march to the beat of your own drum, because that's where the magic happens. Toodles.